Good evening and welcome to the LFC crew, guys. This is going to be a good show. It's our Manchester United versus Liverpool preview. But before we get into that, special shout out to A6 Customs. They're busy helping us to design our new logo for the channel. So for all your graphics design needs, please check out A6 Customs in the description field below. But guys, we have one of the funniest people on social media at the moment. Guys, just check out these tweets from him. I mean, he's pretty spot on there, especially with the living room one. If you're from Cape Town, you would get that. But guys, without any further ado, welcome.
Oh yeah, Simon. Currently in the which is the players that you most actually dislike in Liverpool and also previously as well? Maybe the all-time teams.
This is hard for me because I know that we're supposed to have this rivalry, and look, I remember in Chile bar this one night. It was after United Liverpool game. Everybody went there and everybody had Dopa in, but they were letting people in with their tops, man. So everybody was Liverpool and you could was United. And unfortunately for me, I do not see the point in fighting over football. I understand that we love these clubs and all this cack, just to be honest with you. But I don't even know we exist. So for Owens to get into a role over a soccer club, it's just
It
not on
happens.
for me. I'm just sorry. So I don't really hate anybody. Maybe some of them, like I enjoyed like lots of Liverpool players. Like I loved Patrick Berger. I thought Yossi Pena Yun by you guys was fantastic. Um, there was so many great players. Like Dietmar, man, was amazing. Some great shots from him and like out of the box. I never ever hated any players from Liverpool. I just don't
Nobody
have it
makes you
in me
cringe.
because I don't think.
Nobody makes you cringe of Liverpool. If you see him, you just feel
Ah, maybe I'll actually you for a little bit. Maybe that
no.
was he was
That's
tough to
just
deal with.
look. We all in that
Yeah, I
boat.
can
We all in
understand
that
that.
boat. I
Yeah.
can yes. No, we all in that boat. Oh,
But yeah, like nothing. Maybe Balotelli. I don't know because I support Inter in Italy and that Man City thing, and then he came to you. So maybe Balotelli. I don't know. But I don't ever really hate anybody, and there's never ever been like that for me. I think I've
okay.
never ever had one of those things.
Look,
Yeah.
me personally, I can tell you exactly where. Firstly, current player, no, Paul Pogba, because I think
I hate
his
him.
attitude stinks.
What?
It's a bit of a rock and a hard place for me because I support France. No, Pogba
Uh
plays for
huh.
France, so now I have to
Yeah.
like him when he plays for France. But at France, he plays brilliantly. I don't dislike him because look, he's a very talented footballer. He's a very talented footballer. I dislike him because of how his actions is. Like you post on social media, it just goes on, but his attitude towards football just stinks, man. I can see when he's by you guys, he'll choose when he wants to play, and if he decides now I want to have a nice game, then he'll have a nice game. But if his attitude isn't there, he just see falls away. I don't like players like that. So Paul Pogba for
Hmm.
me, your current team, I just like him. You're the all-time one, the one I will forever not. You can give me R1 million. I would take the R1 million and I will still dislike this. Gary Neville.
Okay.
I just
Oh
want to,
man.
I wanna climb into Twitter, man. It just climb because every time Liverpool lose, last season when we went in that beaten run, we lost to
Yeah.
Watford. Our first game, he took out the bottle and he popped it, celebrating. I was like, yes, bro, once get him. So it's Gary Neville and Paul Pogba for me.
It's just banter, man. Yes. Yes.
It's just banter.
No, take it personal.
I remember him celebrating in front of your fans that 1 year as
Yes,
well.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. And he was
I just
kissing the
got mad.
pants and going on like that. No, bro, I'm
Yeah.
telling you, that bro works on my nerves. He knows how to get under our skin. He knows it.
Yeah. That's like when
So
Gerard kissed the camera at Old Trafford as well. It's like
uh,
it's fun. It's a liquor in the moment thing. It makes you
Uh,
feel your blood boil and stuff. But I mean, ultimately, we're just in that moment, man. It's fine.
mhm, mhm. Yeah, and so the players that are basically dislike is so I'm looking at a football aspect.
Uh-huh.
As Fred, I think Fred is just not contributing anything to United. Like he runs around, he's almost like a headless chicken. He runs around, he does nothing. He's always His defending is also bad. It looked like that last time when they actually subbed him. I think they made a substitute or they brought him on, and then he was the cause of conceding the goal as well for United.
Was it the PSG game when they should have
was at
subbed him at
PSG,
halftime?
Yes.
Yeah, that
when
was
they
stupid
subbed
of them.
Now you see,
Yeah.
but that can be again the coach's fault as well. But my thing
I
is with
think
Fred. You see, my thing is again with Fred. You can never run so much up and down and you're not contributing anything. The player that my all-time player that I would be Nani. The reason
you guys, Nani's like done nothing wrong to anybody ever. Jeez.
Or Michael Jackson.
Is,
Before Michael
the
Jackson.
Reason why,
you guys have been hurt.
Nani, bro.
Oh my word.
The reason why, I just think he's trying to be a Ronaldo. Like when he played, he used to take off his t-shirt when Ronaldo wasn't there. He's trying to pose just like Ronaldo. So that is my reason why I actually liked it. The way he kicked also, like when he stood over a free kick, right? Now he's standing. He's relaxing his shoulders, just like exactly like Ronaldo.
You guys are nitpicking because it's almost like I should hate Torres for what he did to Vidic, but I don't hate Torres for that. I thought it was quiet. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna nitpick like that. That's why I don't say I don't hate any players.
No,
that's just weird.
Look, that just means that you're a better person. Guys. We better people. We don't like those for small reasons. You see, that's how we are. We don't like them for small reasons. Lee don't like him because he wants to be Ronaldo, and Ronaldo played for Manchester United, and he still doesn't like that. Nah.
Yeah.
Okay, just a special shout out. The all-time greatest Manchester United player ever, Baby. That guy, I think you guys decided on Baby.
That was weird. No, you were like, how did they scout that and then get it so wrong? But I mean, you guys also signed Warren, and so who's to blame you?
Who's to blame?
Okay, the guy's going deep. I didn't know you were gonna pick up Warren. Look, Warren was a mistake. You all make mistakes in life.
Exactly.
But we didn't hype
Look at us with Kleberson as well. Yeah. Yeah. And you want Jemba to work because he was African and you wanted him to do the things. Unfortunately.
Yeah. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go into the combined 11 from the current Liverpool team. So people like Van Dijk, Gomez, they're not in it because they're injured. So it's the current teams that we have that will most probably face United.
Oh, yeah. I thought we're doing all time.
No, it's current teams. It's current teams because we're playing Manchester United and Liverpool, so it's a combined 11 for this season. And yeah, because like I said, injury players that's injured or they're not playing regularly, so they're not considered. It's the guys that probably started the last game that will most probably start the game at Old Trafford. So I'm going to share the screen here.
So can we establish what formation we're using?
Yeah, we
spoke go for a 4-4-3.
We think a 4-4-3.
4-3-3.
Yeah, I think. Or did you want to go with another formation?
No, whatever you guys are going out playing in your game.
Okay, cool. So at the back, Lee, who do we have at the back for goalkeeper?
Okay, so the back from obviously we have. Okay, Simon can go.
Are we combining? Are we going to take risks over every position here?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that how it works? Okay. I think we're both going to agree on Alisson, right?
Alisson, that's correct, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we have to agree on Alisson.
Ridiculous to say. I don't know. You guys obviously have reservations. I know Andy Robertson is class, but you said based on current season. And I think that Luke Shaw really just pegs him this season. And I mean, with the Alex Telles coming in, you're wondering, like, look, maybe why the fuck didn't you work harder before? Why did Alex Telles have to come in to put a fire underneath your bum to make you start playing quiet? It's weird, eh?
I think it was that injuries also, man. Like he had that bad spell with his injuries also that threw him out. And that could also be the reason. Now, he wasn't like injured now for like this season. But arguably, he is good. But I would still stick with my left back, which will be Robertson. I like Luke Shaw, but I would go for Robertson. Because the reason why, I would tell you why is because obviously the right back is going to be Trent. So that two needs
Well,
to play
not this
together.
season even. You don't
Whoa,
even
whoa,
can't
whoa,
even
whoa,
say
whoa,
that
whoa, whoa,
because
wait, we're
this
getting ahead
season.
of ourselves now.
Yeah.
I see Simon is making a strong case now for a lot of
Because I'm just
mediocre.
going over what we said though. I thought we were doing all time, that which is easier because I'd have chosen John Honorisa or Dennis Irwin right there. But now we're doing it for this season. And yes, Robertson was the best last season. I know that. But this season, we have to talk about this season.
Okay,
And
but
you guys are six, unfortunately, and also out of Europe. And it's not to say anything bad about it, but it's just the facts. And if we're talking about this season, we have to be honest about this
okay,
season.
I'm gonna be honest with you still. My opinion is that, right? Andy Robertson, okay, he has been one of the most, him and Gino Wijnaldum and Mohamed Salah
Yeah.
has been the only consistent players in our team. He still carries
Yeah.
the same form as last season. However, this time when he whips his crosses, the guys at the front, they can't finish. Right? Defensively he's solid, and he's still doing the same thing attacking wise. Right? So he didn't dip in form. It's just the whole team is bad at the moment. So if he was better than Lucho last season, it's exactly the same this season. So why can't he?
I don't agree. No. If you have to look at the team merit, then we have to put it into the bracket of look at success. And I know that we both aren't successful right now. But the thing is that there are measures to dictate which is successful right now. And unfortunately, it's second
Okay.
place versus sixth. And it's
Okay.
team form. I'm just saying that. But obviously, we can agree to disagree. But I mean, if we're talking about this season, if we're talking about last season, I'm with you, of course.
Okay.
But
Mm.
it's the facts are there. I can't do anything about it. I'm very statistical in my job and in the stuff. I'm just
Because we
being
like
honest.
you, we will let you get away with this one. So
No, it's not to say that, but I mean, if we again, like, if we have to talk about different season stuff, I'm just being honest about how I think about it.
okay. Left side, it's centre back.
We got
How
Maguire.
okay? Can I ask you how do you do this? Because didn't you guys start Fabinho and Kabak, and you're saying it's current live teams for next week, no?
Yeah.
So like it's
So-
hard when because isn't it what
No,
are you
no.
gonna choose here? Like because Fabinho is definitely gonna be at number 8, so
Yeah,
it's not
no,
gonna be a
Fabinho
centre
is
back
not even-
choice.
Yeah, that's
No,
So it's
why.
weird.
He's a midfield
So
option.
that's why we're gonna.
He's gonna play in midfield against you guys. Definitely. So
Yeah,
he's not a
I
defensive
hope
option.
so.
Yeah, he's not a defensive option.
Okay,
So who do we have?
yeah, I
We
agree.
got Maguire.
I agree.
Maguire.
What do you think? What do you think about England? Okay, you guys obviously check out these things. So I was watching this Gary and Jamie Carragher's debate this week, and they were talking about the biggest losses in the English team, and then Gary and Jamie were fighting about the fact that who's more important, Harry Maguire or Harry Kane? And I said that the two of them are the two most important players in England's team right now. It's insane to understand that, and it is just ridiculous. The stats that Gary was talking about, like about Harry Maguire, about how he's actually not conceded for such a long time, and what and how really good he is, but he just gets a lot of slack or flack because of his price tag. It's tough to
His
come in
price
and
tag.
get that.
It is.
Look,
But
Harry
that's the thing,
Maguire.
because he is.
Yeah, Lee.
He is like the highest paid, or like the offer that they made for me is obviously is that. So the people expecting him to have like clean sheets, almost like Vidic. You can't have that.
Yeah,
Not in today's game. That's what the people are thinking. Today's games is faster. You like look how the players is running. It's much faster these days. So
Yeah.
that's what the people is compare. I think that the thing is because the people always compare the past defenders that they had, but they're also not taking consideration that Ferguson was your coach back then.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
you have Ole.
That's
You
very
understand?
true.
It's
We're
factors
still
that you need to
learning.
consider.
Yeah,
You're still learning.
agree.
Look,
Agree.
the thing is with Harry Maguire, right? I'm not saying he's a bad defender, right? He came from Leicester City to Manchester United. Now, if you make a move like that at that price tag, you could have came in for 20 million or 30 million. The fact that he's playing for Manchester United, he will always be in the spotlight. Every small error will be highlighted. Now in his case,
Yeah.
he doesn't make small errors. He makes big errors. You understand what I mean? And he's your captain.
Yeah, but when last have you seen him make an error? Just off the top of your head.
I don't watch my United games that much though.
Yeah, let's go with that answer then.
Like, but when I do watch,
But
he
you
always
know
makes a mistake.
What also? So don't watch next week. So was gonna say it's really tough being a United and Liverpool also supporter when you do get extorted a lot for price tags and transfer fees,
Mhm.
because then the added pressure is there already. Someone who will cost Everton or something 25 million will
Yeah.
cost Liverpool 60 million. And it's not the players' fault, but it's just the current environment and what they will do to get the
Yeah.
most out of a big club. So it's not always the transfer
Okay.
fee. It's
So
the cut that happens in between.
Yeah, it's
So-
true. Yeah.
I think at least that's what I think.
okay. So by default, can we then say I'm saying this for the people watching? We're saying by default because Liverpool has so much injuries at centre back. We're going to put in Harry Maguire.
That's you can't even say that because you're talking about the current squads as well.
Yeah,
And you're not
it's
even
by
talking about
default.
form or stats. It's not by default. It's by
Okay.
merit.
No,
Because
So if you
I
had,
think Maguire
remember,
needs to be there.
left side defense, right? That's where
Uh,
Van Dijk plays. So even if Van Dijk wasn't injured and we had a bad run still, would you choose Harry Maguire or Van Dijk?
I don't really think it matters if they're left centre back or right centre back. Depending on that, they're both going to be central in defence or midfield. Doesn't really matter. It's just without putting them next to them. Look at Varane and look at Sergio Ramos. Both are right-footed. They both don't really matter where they play in the centre back pairing. And if one goes out, the other one will just cover in. Or Eden Militao, who's left-footed, plays on the right of their centre back pairing as well. So it's. I don't really think it's. I'll put Maguire and Van Dijk together in the centre back pairing. I don't even really think it matters if it's left
Okay.
or right. I do understand what you mean and the strength of where they play from, but again,
Yeah.
like I don't know if it's just semantics.
So there's something I would never thought I would have typed. Harry Maguire in a combined 11, Liverpool versus Manchester United. Congratulations to Harry Maguire. If you do see this,
I don't,
congratulations begrudgingly.
no, but I really also find this hard because, like, do you expect me to say Oscar must get a shout here, or we just gonna say Lindelof or what? I don't understand how we're supposed to do this now.
Ozan Kabak is a very good defender. I'm making a case for you.
I know.
Yeah. So I think he is much better than Lindelof. When he came into Liverpool,
It's crazy.
Kabak came
He's
into
so
Liverpool.
young.
No, but when he came to Liverpool,
In January.
yes,
yes.
and he did amazing. And you must remember, he's 19. He only turned 20 now recently.
Yeah.
So okay.
I bought
so,
him on FIFA 20 last year. He's good.
Yeah, so he's actually really good. And Lindelof is very he's prone to make a lot of mistakes as well.
Have you seen his through balls lately? Have you seen his 3 assists that he's given this season to
Wait.
Rashford? One is recently as in the Champions League against. Did we play in the Champions League when we got knocked out? Was it
Well,
PSG? I'm not sure.
PSG, yes.
Yeah,
It's so
just
long
you have
ago.
to watch
Yeah.
that one through ball. I'm sorry, but you have to. It's like you're saying that, but you're not even. It's like you have to remember all these things that's happening as well. You're just
Okay.
saying that Oscar is better because he's young and he's coming in. We have to talk
I
stats
think-
if we're gonna do this.
But Nat
Yes,
Phillips?
but I think
Nat Phillips?
no.
He's got a good future. I really think he has a good future.
No.
I think he's gonna be something good.
Lisa say no.
When was it last week? He played at centre back and he played so well.
Yeah.
I don't know. You guys played last week. He had a really good game. I was watching it with my friends. I thought he's really something good for the future.
So
But I have this
Lindelof-
one friend on Twitter who hates him, who swears at him all the fucking time. It's ridiculous. Like he's a Liverpool fan, but he's like when you start winning, he's
Yeah.
so good. But as soon as something goes wrong, if you start drawing and it's the 17th minute or something,
Yeah.
there's like Klopp's push and stuff. It's so weird that Klopp has done so much, And I would honestly never ever fire Klopp for anything. But just to see people so ungrateful to understand how quiet this man is. And I like
he's
Klopp's
good.
one of my favorite coaches, and I really admire him. I think he's really, really good and a good person as well.
Yeah, no, definitely. I also can't understand why people, because we're having one bad season and there's various things that happen during the season.
Yeah,
It causes disruptions.
exactly.
So-
And not the backing of the owners to get
Exactly.
the transfer funds or anything. It's weird, man.
It's weird, yeah. But hey,
I
look,
know.
you get those fickle fans that does things like that. Alles on Noora. That's by
Yeah.
Noora. So okay, so you have Shaw, you have Maguire, and you have Lindelof. Okay.
Yeah, we can agree on Trent. Yeah, we both can agree on Trent. as well.
Okay, so
Trent
that's
has to
good.
be
That's
there.
easy. Because
But
if
now
you
that's why.
But it's
why I
hard
said-
also because there was tough games that Trent had this season, but he played really well the second leg against Real Madrid.
Yeah, definitely.
But that's why I said you can't have Trent and then you have Shaw there. You see, because those two, they also a package. They almost like a package deal. So you must have Robertson there.
Sure, one player of the month in the Premier League this season. One of them.
Also,
So it's really good. I mean, yeah.
Look, I'm not
He's
gonna.
shown form. He's shown improvement. I can't take Shaw
You
out. I'm
can't-
sorry.
yeah.
He deserves it.
Okay, but
For
Simon.
once in his life, he deserves something.
Okay, but Simon, if you let's say this, right? So the majority of the defense now is Manchester United, right? Do you think that if our forwards finish their chances, because let's face it, they make a lot of chances and they squander their chances, right? Then we concede one goal and suddenly it's a draw or loss. They concede one goal. So if they had to take their chances and we were at 4 goals up and we concede one, our defense would have looked much better at this moment in time. Don't you agree?
I guess so, because then if you're outscoring teams, then it doesn't really matter what your defense is doing. But that's the same with cricket or anything or rugby. saying that's what they're saying. If I didn't trap in dog poop, I wouldn't have to clean my shoe right now. It's like we can't talk in hypothetics when the real thing is happening in front of us. But I agree with you. But I mean, I can say that for like if Cagliari had to score all the goals this season, Inter Milan wouldn't be about to win Serie A. As you can see, I'm supporting my team to the day as well.
Okay, so this is another no-brainer. We're going to have Fabinho, sorry.
One of the best.
Fabinho.
One of the best. Love the work he does. Great player. Defensively strong. Leadership. Aerial ability. Free kick ability. Long shot taker. Really fun.
Okay.
Good
Okay,
player.
at head of Fabinho. Who you put here?
Bruno or Pogba. I'll go for both of that. I'm Bruno and Pogba in that mid.
We agree on our midfield.
Okay. Look, midfield will always be an easy thing because Liverpool, we don't have a very strong midfield. We have a functional midfield that does a clean-up job, right? But if Henderson was
I just say,
money,
and I really like Henderson. I really think he's a good player, a good leader as well. It's obviously harder to come in after Gerrard, and Gerrard another player who I really liked as well over time. I mean, his goal against Olympiacos to take you guys through to the Champions League, that comes out to Gerrard. You know, that whole commentary. I mean, it must be in your guys' mind forever.
Iconic.
What a brilliant goal that was. But I mean, for Henderson to do what he's done, and amazing. Really props to him though.
Okay, we only have 3 players in this from an amazing Liverpool team to look. This is a shit season. I just want the season to be done.
That's just some kind of form. Yeah, next season you're so back, man.
On the left of the attack.
Left.
We're saying Rashford. Yeah.
Rashford, yes.
Wait.
And then Salah's on the right, obviously.
Firmino, he can play striker.
Yeah, the striker thing is like up for grabs because I don't know.
Because both don't have strikers. I would have actually liked to see Cavani in there, but
Cavani, yeah. But I don't know. It's just because I don't know if he's gonna be around for next season or anything. And I mean, he's had an impact, but it's not also. I don't know how to describe it. It's such a weird thing for me.
Okay, so we have Rashford.
You put Rashford in there.
Salah, no-brainer. Salah.
Yeah. Salah's what? Is he top goal scorer still, or what?
One behind
he's
Harry
on
Kane.
20 goals now.
One behind Harry Kane.
One behind Harry Kane.
Listen, can we actually just talk about this right back thing quickly? Just for England. I was actually talking about this, and this is another thing Gary Neville and Carragher was talking about. So, England have Trent Alexander, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, who's never ever played for England, only the youth teams. They have Kieran Trippier, who sits on top of La Liga at Atletico Madrid. They have Kyle Walker, experienced. Then they have Reece James and Max Aarons at 6.
Too much.
That's a lot of good right backs. So if you think about it, that's a good talent.
What 2 are you staking? What 2 are you staking?
I'm gonna go first on this. This is actually easy for me. I had this discussion the other day with a friend as well. Look, for me, I think Kyle Walker should start. He's the more experienced and he's better defensively, right? Then the other one for backup, I would take Trent Alexander-Arnold, because if you have a striker like Harry Kane up front, who would you want to whoop in those balls there? I mean, the guy, Trent is basically David Beckham on the right-hand side of the defense. He's whoop on his ball, his crossing ability is amazing. So you can have England maybe throwing 0-0, right? 75th minute. We bring on Trent for Walker. We just go for it. You can have him crossing the ball to Harry Kane because Harry Kane with the service that Trent can give you. That could be a dangerous combination. So it's Kyle
That's
Walker
good.
starter and then Trent was the England squad. What's your guys?
It's just so weird to understand that Wan-Bissaka's never represented England yet. Yo, it's just such an
Weird, eh?
abundance.
Yeah,
Like he was in the squad last October, but then he had to pull out through injury, so
Injury,
he
yeah.
didn't ever get to make. So he can still play for. I think it's Ivory Coast. I'm not sure, but he has another country he could play for. It's really shitty for Kieran Trippier. We had a great World Cup though in Russia. I think everyone knows that he showed a lot there with his free kicks and his set pieces. But he's also sitting on top of La Liga. But Atletico Madrid threw away a 10-point gap on top of La Liga. Don't forget
is,
that.
yeah.
And then now, it's like Trent is really, I think, better. Trippier is much more faster, but I think that I also go Trent to Walker.
But you see the way England also play, they don't play much with the wing backs going up to the front like Liverpool play. So that's maybe what Southgate also thought. You understand defensive capabilities. He looks at defensively. You understand?
Yeah.
So that's maybe why I choose Trent. I would go for Trent as a second option.
Yeah. I mean, the last one was Walker and what's his man's name now? Trippier. That was the last selection.
Yeah.
So you wonder what he's gonna do. It's coming up soon. That's a very interesting position.
Yeah,
or you take Trent and you put him into centre mid.
Yeah.
Then you put him in centre
take
mid.
3 right backs with you. I don't know.
That's how get.
I mean, he can.
He's wrong.
All my Liverpool friends tell me that Trent actually comes from a centre
He is
midfield.
midfield, yeah. He did play in midfield, yes.
He's actually a midfielder. But because of the way we play, his game is better suited at right back. Because remember, when he bombs forward and we have Taiki Gomez at centre back, if a team then does the long ball to catch us in behind, they have the recovery pace to clear that. That's what worked so well for us last season. And we missed that this season because we play with a high line. So that's why our defense looks so bad at the moment. Because we're still trying to play the same system, but with different players, and they can't do the job. I mean, Fabinho, as good as he is, has no pace. That's why he's better suited central midfield, because he snatches the ball.
But also, like, you lose a lot when you don't play him there, which is tough.
It is.
And
it's a tough ball to swallow.
And Henderson is the best at what he does. He wins the ball. He doesn't do a fancy Hollywood pass or anything like that.
Yeah.
He just get the ball and give it to somebody that can do it. And that is actually a reason why Thiago Alcantara doesn't look as good by us this season as what he did at Bayern Munich, because we're playing him wrong. He's terrible defensively. Thiago's terrible defensively. But we're asking him for a job that he can't do. You understand what I mean? So I think he was brought in so that Gini Wijnaldum and Jordan Henderson and Fabinho can pop up, give the ball to him and play the quick pass, because he's a passer.
He's leaving now, eh?
Where?
Gini.
The
Barcelona rumors.
No. Actually, the new rumor came up now that he's on his way to Inter Milan, because Barca can't give him a contract that he wants. So
they are broke.
Yeah,
they are broke.
They klaar. But yeah, so
ESL.
So striker, Firmino.
If we change it now, if you drop Firmino into false 9 and Rashford and Salah just in front of him, I'll be happy with the Firmino selection. Because not like you know what I mean?
So you mean?
And then Firmino like that. Yeah.
So it's like with the diamond thing. He's at the tip of the diamond.
Like you play like false 9, like Fabregas Spain.
No, that's actually that's actually a good shot. So Bobby,
because I mean it's essentially what you guys do. Then Bobby helps in midfield, and then Salah
then he can press and all of that. Yes.
So were you guys hoping for the summer?
Look, we have
defenders.
We have really
defenders and strikers.
Oh, but I saw Konata is done. I saw today on the news. Konata is 5-year contract signed.
No, but if the
that's
club
a good signing.
Announce it, I'm not gonna celebrate it. I need to
know. It's Liverpool's transfer. Something always goes astray.
That Fabrizio Romano did the year we go, so it's done. It has to be done.
Did Fabrizio do it?
Yeah, it's pinned on his Twitter right now.
Telegram.
Take a look.
Oh, okay. So, okay, now we're gonna have of center backs now.
And he's really good. He's
Yeah, that like
French
he's good. He's
and
French,
Leipzig.
yeah.
But now they're
No, he's
losing.
good.
Now Leipzig loses Upamecano and Konate.
And
It's really crazy.
but have you seen also Leipzig? Does they have a way of finding talent? Though I don't know where they scout, but they have
it's weird.
like their scouts. They know where to find talent.
Yeah.
The same as like Dortmund as well.
But we need strikers though. We need strikers. We need strikers. We need strikers. I said it 3 times. We need strikers. I can't.
I don't know, man. This is like, I don't know if you guys remember the 90s, and like there was Batistuta, there was Del Piero, there was Inzaghi, there was an abundance
Mario.
of Shearer, there was Rooney, there was Raul, there was Rivaldo, there was all these players. But now, no, it's like there's not so many anymore. And like
There's
you want to
those
buy a
guys.
striker, who are you gonna buy? You can't buy from anybody who has a strikers already in the big teams. And then what strikers are really good enough that's outside of the big teams?
Only two.
Who?
But they are not affordable. Haaland and Kylian Mbappe. And
Yeah, that's exactly like you're not gonna get them.
not gonna get them. 200.
That's I mean, like it used to be spread out so liquor, but now it's like no.
Yeah,
It's
I
weird.
don't think there is good shouts for strikers. I can't even think off the top of my head. It's just Kylian Mbappe and Haaland because you don't
What about
get a
Calvert-Lewin?
striker. Huh?
The guy,
God,
no
that's Calvert-Lewin.
Calvert-Lewin.
Is Everton.
That's what I'm asking.
How can we have an Everton?
Yeah. Oh, would you take Harry Kane at Manchester United?
Yeah, if Cavani leaves, then yeah. But I
I'll
still
take
think he's
Kane.
gonna go to Man City. If I'm being honest with you, I think City's got him. I don't know why. I just got this feeling that City's gonna take him.
Would that fit their game?
I don't think they care. I think they will just do it because they can. You know what I mean? They need a striker. Cabeles is just not consistent. He gets injured a little bit, and then they switch the teams around. Harry Kane would come in and bolster. He's a consistent goal scorer. We've seen it season after season now. He doesn't have anything to prove, and he wants to win championships and titles towards the end of his career now.
Yeah.
I think that's motivation, everything packaged up. And look here, you can give Pep anything, Pep will make it work. I had my reservations about him about coming to the Premier League all the time. I'm like, oh no, he had a boss, a dominant team, he had a buy dominant team, and Lukin and I came into the thing as well. Yeah, I have nothing but respect for that man, same as I have for Klopp.
Yeah,
And Klopp came and he changed it, eh? Like he changed, he
Yeah.
made it press thing, and he changed the whole league, and it was like
And
total
how,
football. You wondered, it's like
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then how do you feel about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer?
I don't think he's doing a bad job. I think that the problem happened a long time ago when Sir Alex Ferguson chose David Moyes to replace him, which is not a route that should have been happening. The club should have made a real connection and a real choice about, not leave it in the hand of someone who's departing and thinking about the tactic that happened. Maybe it was at that time, 26 years ago, that they took that kind of chance. Soccer had changed already. And then they gave him a team filled with aging teams, and we were lucky to win that last title because the team was stink, to be honest with you. So and right there was a problem that we created, and now we are here, and I can't blame Ole. Ole's not doing a bad job. He's taking time and
But do
giving time. I don't know.
Do you think he's overachieving, or is it just the right way? Is because look, he has an expensive squad, right? He has a very expensive squad. So if you get the other manager from a lower club to manage that team, I think they can get the same results as that, because sometimes Ole's in-game management stinks. He makes a lot of mistakes as well. So do you think he's
His subs and
overachieving,
stuff
or-
have been criticized. Oh, I don't know. Like, look at a lot of those players was there before he even got there. Thing. Who came in with him? Like, he got Cavani, he got Bruno,
Hmm?
and
Alex Telles,
who else did he bring in? Alex
Alex Telles.
Telles would be another one.
Bro, the Henderson
But everybody
back,
else was there already. Like, that was
Maguire.
Mourinho. Fredo was
Harry
Mourinho.
Maguire, he bought Maguire.
Did he buy Maguire?
Yep, he bought Maguire.
100%
100%
Okay. Okay. Well, I don't have any problems with Maguire. Initially, I did, but right now I'm fine with it. But I mean, he's coming to a big club. He's gonna get big money. What we're gonna say that he's not supposed to be getting it. And like, didn't you complain when Liverpool don't give Klopp his money. It's like the pressure that the Owens is under and that we're gonna be under as fans as well. Just give them the money. Give them the 250 million war chests every season. I'll buy shirts. Buy me players, man, bro. That's all I want.
Watches.
That watches, yeah, watches money.
Why must we suck for a player?
Huh?
Why must we suck for a player? You just win the Premier League and then you just don't buy centre backs and then you feel and then it's not Klopp's fault, it's other people's fault. And I mean, your investors got paid out because now you just got paid out and revenue would have gone through the roof. Now you just don't make a purchase because the team is all right. Fuck that. Give me a prize.
You
know what I mean?
We
they
won
must
the Champions
put the thing
League.
out to the fans. Yeah, you see, like put it in the lens. Who do you want to sign? Salute, I'll sign this man for you.
Nah, not our owners. Not our owners. We won the Champions League. We came second in the league with I think it's 98 points now. 98 points that season.
No.
They didn't buy anyone. No one. And then last year we won the league. Like the people say,
do you think it's because of investment that they had to repay to the banks or something like that?
No, I don't think they offer it like
I just think the thing is, I just think they spend their money for Red Sox. That's it.
I don't follow baseball too closely.
They also are owners for Red Sox as well, for Boston.
Okay. But okay, so
do you know Florence? Okay,
yeah.
sorry.
No. I just wanted to say
Florence.
Okay, go for it. I'm just downloading this.
So Florentino Perez, obviously everyone's talking about the ESL and stuff, but you know about when he was first elected into Real Madrid's board. So it was the year 2000. He wanted to win the presidency, and he asked the fans, "Which player do you want to do? Which player do you want?" And they all unanimously voted Figo. So he made a meeting with Figo's agent, and he did the meeting behind the back. He signed him. And then Figo's release clause was met, and so then he had to leave, and he didn't want to leave from Barcelona to Real Madrid, but he had to go. And then Florentino Perez won, and then Los Galacticos started because he gave the fans what they wanted to see. It's such a crazy thing.
And that was a horrible time for Madrid, giving the fans what they want.
Yeah.
But he diminished all their debt. He diminished all their debt because he started buying all the image rights. It's amazing. That's why he was the man in charge of ESL, because he knew all the commercial fucking capabilities of the selling it to Disney and Netflix and all that kind. Yeah.
What is your opinion on the ESL?
I do understand what they mean, though. Like, if you think about it, what is it stat that said that UEFA is taking 1.2 billion, but the winners gets 300 million, and what the ESL was trying to do was guarantee 3.5 billion for the top 16 teams. But I mean, well, the only 16 teams that were there. But I mean, it's really, really tough because in Pep's interview, he said that these are supposed to be the champions, but Ajax, who's that won 5 European Champions Leagues, is not even being considered. So it's all based on current fans in the world or global appeal and things. It makes no sense. And then also you get fucking berated on social media when Leeds United drew with ESL, European Super League team Liverpool. Like, I don't want that smoke. I don't want that smoke. Burnley's gonna let us have a win again at Old Trafford. Never. That was the one thing.
I have always the same sentiments. I think that was just it. You understand where they're coming from, but I think the execution was a bit dodgy. They should have thought it through much better. Consult the fans.
Also, yes, thank you. I agree with that. Like, have some sort of forum to include us in this before, like, thinking that that we're not going to tell our managers and we're not going to tell our players or our social media people and just say like, oh yeah, we're going to do this tonight.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Who do you think you are? That's weird. That's the weirdest thing.
Okay.
Communication is so important.
So this is our combined 11 that all happy about. As just a bit, this is not, but okay. I agree, but it's just we're giving you this one as a courtesy. Remember that.
Thank you. I think he deserves it. I'm gonna be honest. And if Robertson did deserve it, I would also think I'd always be honest with you guys. I don't have any of that like bad blood stuff. I just enjoy watching it, and I do support United, and you guys do support Liverpool. But we can still be friends.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to 5 in a bad season. That's not bad. 6 to 5 is not bad in a the type of season that we currently have. So yeah, I'm fairly happy with this team. Manager, who's managing this team?
Obviously, Klopp.
I'll give it to Klopp, man. I like Klopp. And I'm not even gonna fight.
Yeah, I wanted to say that. I was like, I'll give it to Klopp. Like there's any other choice. We're not even going to let Oli coach the under-23s.
Wow.
Okay, Simon. Predictions. What's your prediction for the game?
I want it to be a nice 1-1 so you don't get Europe. And we'll take a point because we already cleared second place. So I don't care if we win or lose or draw. That really doesn't matter to me. But a draw will be much more fine for me. But a draw will be good because then you guys lose space. Champions League.
I don't.
So,
So
yeah.
difficult at the moment. We dropped 4 points this week. Leeds and
Yeah.
Newcastle.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put myself out there. Look, I'm facing the world. I'm gonna say 2-1 Liverpool. 2-1.
Okay.
I'm facing it.
I can see that, but I'm also with Simon on this one. I think it's going to be a draw.
No man, be more positive, man.
Nope, I'm being realistic.
Positive vibes only. Come on, man.
Oh, can I
Liverpool's
smoke? I'm
almost
smoking
broken.
some on your podcast. Yeah.
Oh, it's fine.
Okay.
Right, so it's a 1-1. It's a draw, and I'm saying a 2-1 victory. Hopefully, I'm gonna be the one that's right. Let's just hope and see. Because Liverpool can be 15th in the league, 50 points behind the leaders. If we win Manchester United at Old Trafford, that'll just make me feel better about everything. So I don't care.
Yeah,
I just want that victory to be over the line. But guys, this is Simon. Simon, every time if I see your name, your surname, I say it with a Spanish accent, Simon Orgill.
I just say Orgill.
Also, I don't know why I do that because I was watching Money Heist again. So I was like, Simon Orgill. That doesn't sound right. Simon Orgill is a. But guys, Simon Orgill, one of the funniest guys on social media at this moment. If you guys don't know who Simon is, then I don't know, then you're not from Cape Town. Go check Simon out on Twitter and on Instagram. Simon, is there any other platforms that you on?
Yeah, I'm on Facebook as well. On Facebook. Simon, my handle is You Just Simon on Facebook.
But guys, this is Simon Orgill, and Simon, it has been absolutely awesome. Thank you very much for doing this.
Thank you guys for having me. No problem,
Thank you,
man.
Simon.
I'm gonna go watch Inter now.
Oh,
Let's see what they're gonna be up to. Yeah, they start at 3 o'clock now.
Oh,
Wait,
Lukaku.
so you support
Lukaku is
Inter?
dominant there.
Inter's my Italian team, yeah.
Ashley Young, Romelu Lukaku. So it's just continuity.
It's weird now.
Sanchez also there.
It was
Sanchez
before
is
then.
also
It
there.
was, yeah.
Lee, Simon at United. Fuck Lukaku, man. Fuck Ashley Young. At Inter. Go Lukaku. Go Ashley Young.
Yo, yesterday I was watching the highlights of the Arsenal United 8-2 game. Ashley Young scored 2 bangers in that game. I completely forgot about it. It just came up on my feed randomly. So I'm like, yo, that was a quiet game.
But Ashley Young, in his younger days, he was actually a very good player. No? It's just when he started getting older, but that's natural. But I saw him highlights. I see he was actually doing well. Him and Lukaku at Inter Milan. From the highlights I saw.
Lukaku's got 20 goals again this season. I mean, he's doing really well in Italy. Yo. I don't know. He's beaten them. Yeah.
Romelu.
Do you know that the 8-2 game now, just to tell you about our centre backs and our right back, that 8-2 game against Arsenal, our centre backs were Phil Jones, Johnny Evans, and right back was Chris Smalling. Yeah, can you imagine?
Alex Ferguson. Come on, man. Alex Ferguson. Now, I'm a Liverpool fan, but you have to take your hat off for that guy. I mean, if you can get West Brown to win a Premier League, multiple Premier Leagues, then you have to be a good manager. Absolutely one of a kind. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and we'll see you soon.